health seekers. So tonight we've got an exciting episode. I'm making sunflower seed butter. So yes, you can make any kind of seed or nut butter at home, and it's quite easy. So let's start. So for the sunflower seed butter you need only one ingredient, and that's sunflower seeds, okay? We're gonna also need a roasting pan, so either you can use a large frying pan, like non-stick preferably. I'm using this non-stick tray, roasting tray. Also you will need a powerful either food processor or a blender. Okay, and the whole process should take about 10 to 12 minutes, depends how powerful is your food processor. So first of all we need to roast the seeds, and I've got 3 cups. I wouldn't recommend doing very small amounts like a 1 cup. I would say at least 3 cups or more, you know, if you can, because obviously you need the volume to, you know, keep the food processor or a blender churning. Alright? So I've got my pan heating up already, so I'm gonna pour the sunflower seeds in, and you need to make sure you kind of have them evenly. In fact, you could probably do it in 2 batches or 3 batches, depends how big your frying pan or roasting tin is, because obviously you want to make it as little of a layer as possible, so you need to turn it less. Okay, so I'm gonna keep this frying a bit for, you know, about half a minute or so. I'm gonna mix it up and keep on doing that until I'll see some color on the sunflower seeds, and then I'll get back to you. So it's been about a minute since sunflower seeds have been in. I've kind of turned it around once, and I've started hearing some crackling sound, and I can start smelling you know, the sunflower seeds, so obviously it means they're starting to roast. So if we zoom in a little bit, we'll start a little bit of color just starting to happen at the bottom ones. So you need to keep on stirring to make sure all get roasted, dry fried evenly. So yeah, and just cover it as evenly as possible and let it, we'll let it go for another minute or so. And then, you know, once they're getting all golden all over a bit, then we'll get back. Right, so as you can see, the sunflower seeds have got kind of nice golden colour, and they're starting to smell really nice, so I think that should be it. We'll switch that off and we'll go over to the blender, where we'll blend it for quite a while. You'll need to scrape the sides quite a few times and keep on blending, and it'll not look like it's going to actually blend into anything resembling butter, but it will. So you need to have some patience. We've got the sunflower seeds in the blender, well, in fact in the food processor. And you might want to let it cool a little bit. Mine just cooled for a minute or so now. We'll put the lid on and we'll start blending. So you could probably blend initially for 2-3 minutes, and then we'll see how it's, you know, going, and perhaps we'll need to scrape the sides or let it go for another couple of minutes. Okay, so here we go. So I've blended this for a minute, and I can feel the aroma now. So as you can see, it's resembling like flour, so it's kind of fine powder. So we need to keep on blending until it starts sticking together and becoming more of a paste. Now it's been 4 minutes in total while the sunflower seeds were blending. So now it's starting to stick to the sides of the container, so let's have a look. So as you can see, it's kind of starting to be quite solid. It's kind of like halva. I don't know, you know, some of you might know. It's like a Eastern kind of sweet that you make with sugar and sunflower seeds. So it's kind of quite solid like that. So you just scrape the sides off. You get them off, and we'll break it up a little bit, and we'll put the lid back on and keep on blending for a few more minutes. It's been another minute blending, and obviously it's stuck back to the sides again, so I'll be scraping it every minute, and I'll stop and show you when it starts to become more like a butter, and I'll tell you how long I've been blending for. So it's been 8 minutes up to this point, and about a 7-minute kind of mark, it stopped sticking to the sides, and now it's starting to kind of just you know, go round and turning a little bit softer. So we'll keep it going for a few more minutes until it becomes more like you know, a paste, more like a butter. But now, like I said, you no longer need to scrape it, as it doesn't stick to the sides anymore. So it's been 9.5 minutes, and as you can see, it started sticking you know, to the sides again, and as you can see, it's kind of more liquidy. You know, it's more like a butter. So we're gonna scrape that off again and let it go for another few minutes and see until it becomes even more liquid consistency. I'm gonna show you then the end result, and I'll let you know how long it actually took. About 10-minute point, actually sunflower seeds turned into butter, but I blended it for nearly about another minute, but then I started smelling like my food processor, kind of giving like a motor smell, so I didn't want to obviously burn it, so I've stopped it. But it's, yeah, so it's basically done around 10 minutes mark. So you might want to be careful not to blend it for full 10 minutes solid, because obviously it can perhaps, you know, overheat the motor. So maybe do like 5 minutes and, you know, let it rest for a minute to cool down, and then, you know, do another 2-3 minutes and let it rest. So yeah, so have a look. So yeah, as you can see now, it's like butter consistency. Okay, so quite nice and smooth. So yeah, so that's kind of what you're looking for. So we're gonna take this butter now and add it to a jar, and it could keep for quite a few days, but it doesn't last very long, you know, especially if we make cookies and, you know, other things with it. You can add it to hummus, you know, all sorts of things. So wherever you could, you know, use like cashew butter or peanut butter or any kind of, you know, nut butter, you can use sunflower seed butter because it's cheaper and it really tastes really good. So yeah, so it's kind of the same principle for making any kind of seed or nut butter. You need to roast the nuts or seeds first. The principle behind this being that it kind of releases the oils and lets it kind of blend to a smooth, like, paste consistency. Otherwise, if you try and blend kind of cashews not roasted, or hazelnuts not roasted, or even sunflower seeds not roasted, all you're gonna get is just the flour. You'll just get some sunflower seed flour, and it's not gonna go to this liquidy consistency. But yeah, you can obviously trial it and you know, find out. But from what I've read, you know, on different websites and things, you know, advice about making nut and seed butters, that you should roast your produce first. So yes guys, so that is it. I'll be putting this to a storage jar and enjoying the butter. So I hope you found this useful. I hope you're gonna give it a try. If you do, let me know. Let me know what kind of seeds or nuts you tried and which ones you liked the best. and until the next time.